Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome to the lab. So, nobody's feeling well in the house. We are all cranky and just feeling like bleh. So everybody's gonna cry and whine, and Boogie may wig out, but Richie's sitting right there with him. Make sure that he gets to him right away. Alright, so for this Science Sunday, which absolutely, basically no science ever happens, we just smash stuff and then cocktail it all together and make it pretty. We're gonna break open the Sex Bomb from Lush. Sex bomb, you're the sex bomb. You know that song? You ever hear that song? If not, go look it up. But that's where the name of this actually originated from. It was from the song. They recently just put a giant one in the kitchen. I am waiting for a giant Twilight. Please, Lush, make a giant Twilight. Just make my dream come true. And then watch me be broke when that happens and I can't get my hands on it. Okay, so this is Sex Bomb. We are going to smash him and see what's inside of him, as well as I have taken 2 to maybe 3 chunks of all of those jellies and stuck them in here. So instead of using fun as an added bubbler, I'm going to use jellies, and we're going to see how well they do. Now, they're all Lush jellies except for this guy up here, which this is from Country Market Crafts, Stephanie Thine's company, and she makes an awesome jelly in one of my favorite mermaid scents. She's got a really unique, awesome mermaid fragrance, and she makes a bunch of jellies, and you get a lot of jelly. I mean, there's a lot in this container. And they last forever, and the fragrance is still just as strong as the day it showed up at my door. We're also going to be using the ginger, one of my favorite fragrances. No, it's not a spicy ginger, it is more of a fresh ginger root smell, so it kind of resembles laundry detergent. That's what it smells like. The ginger bath melt, which may kill off some of our bubbles a little bit, but we'll deal with it. We're also going to be chopping up for a bubble bar with a moisturizer inside of it because there is bath melt in him. Not much though, so thank God. This is the green bubble room, just released in the kitchen a couple weeks ago. One of my absolute most favorite. Very grassy, kind of fresh cut flowers. It's very earthy and beautiful. And it's got luster. And I am finally going to part with the end of my Sugar and Spite bath salts. I loved this, so this is the Empress. That's the fragrance. I loved this company stuff so very, very much that I kept this last little bit just to continue sniffing. Because it just smells so good. But I'm actually going to use it, the end of it today. I am going to keep the jar though, just for smelling purposes. Oh my god, it has like kind of a citrusy, light, like a white musk type scent to it. It's beautiful. I can't get over how good it is. And I have never tried anything from that company. And when she sent me the package, whoa, was that like, I had my ass handed to me. It was smells and fragrances that I never thought I could mix and have a great smell out of. Whoa, were they good. Whoa. Now, I keep them linked down below simply because you want luxury, you go Sugar and Spite. Plain simple as said. Luxury is Sugar and Spite. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so let's start getting to the smashing. We have our tools of mass destruction. Happy hammer, always wrapped in plastic because I have to take a bath in this stuff and he's kind of grimy looking. My husband's hammer. We also have Mr. Soapy knife. Always designate one knife, or technically in my case 5 knives, as your soap knife, and don't use it again, ever, for food purposes whatsoever. I usually take the dull ones, and then they become mine. And a pair of scissors, because I like to cut my jelly with scissors. You ever try it? It's just so cool. Alright, we're 4 minutes into blabbing. Now shut the hell up and smash the bomb. Alright, here we go. I kind of want to smash them like this, because I don't want to mess that flour up. I want to try and get the flour out. What he is just a paper flour. You can put them, you know, they're put on cakes and stuff like that, and they do dissolve. Nothing. Let me get a better view for you. There you go, better. Oh! Nothing's in the center! But here, look! I got it! I got the flour. It's paper. When we were younger, and like, you know, we had this bakery that was not too far, it was in Port Richmond, and not too far from where I am. They used to put these edible paper flowers all over the cakes, as well as chocolate-covered strawberries, things like that. So anytime we had like a big birthday or something, and, you know, we had family coming over and a big old Italian family, we always got these big elaborate cakes, and I always ate the paper flowers. I do not think this is edible. It may be, but this is basically just paper. And once it gets wet, the color will wash away and then it will eventually dissolve. And that was pretty much what the flowers were on the cakes. They were like edible, wafery, papery type flowers. They also like print pictures on the paper of like your kid or whatever, and then you lay it on the cake and you can eat it. So you can cut into your own kid's face. Okay, so here's the flower. And then this one was purple and pink with nobody in the center. Now he did, of course, lose a lot of his color over time. I've had him for about 3 months. Some of them I've had for over a year, and they don't turn. And then other ones, they do turn. See, but now here you can see the extra white spots in them? That's due to lack of mixing. When they're mass producing these bad boys, you know, they say, you know, everything's done in small batches by hand, da 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 da. Okay, everything is, but it is also done machinery, this and that. Yes, they do lay it on the table, and they do mix it a little more, and then press them by hand. But you cannot spend the 20 minutes to a half an hour mixing it up so that way everything is combined perfectly when you're mass producing like that. So you will have some white spots on the inside, which is just unmixed portion of product. That's all that is. In the bath, you'll never even notice it, but if you're going to do what I just did, you're going to notice it. Instead of putting him in Bob, I'm just going to throw him in the tub as well, you know? So let's move along. Because he cracked up so perfectly and is not in a million pieces, we're just going to throw him in and watch him dissolve. Okay, moving along with Mr. Paper Flower. Let's do the, I would say, easiest first, which would be the bubble bar. Let's go choppy choppy green bubble room. Let me get you guys in a better angle. I'm so not happy with this angle right here. There we go. Can you guys see better now? As if you can answer me. Wow, you know, I may just do one of these live during the week one day. Just so that way we can, I will not do YouTube live. It's fucking annoying and it blinks out every 10 seconds. But I may do a Facebook live. Maybe we'll chop up a bubble bar or something like that. So you guys can have a really cool angle and you can answer me back and talk with me. I like that. I like when you guys talk with me. I'm going to try and separate them so you can see what the middle looks like. There you go. See? Separates nicely. You can get more than one bath out of this, of course. I prefer not to. Simply, I love this one so much. It's my absolute most favorite. Out of all the bubble bars, this and Brightside are my absolute most favorite. I would literally die to have hundreds of these. They have to make something else in that fragrance. A shower gel, anything else. There's nothing else in the Green Bubble Room fragrance. Except for Green Bubble Room. There's things that are close, but nothing really, you know, no cigar type of deal. Now here is your bath melty portion. And that's what you get. Thank God there was only a little bit so it doesn't kill most of your bubbles. But that's your cocoa butter bath melt. Cocoa butter, whatever they used, I don't know. But it does start to like melt in the fingers. You can kind of see it melted a little bit in my fingers there. That's your bath melt. So we're going to move him off to the side over there with the other bath melt. And let's get to chopping, baby. Let's chop the pretty part first. I'm trying to do it on the Lush kitchen paper, just so it's easier to pick up. Oops. Trying to look into the viewfinder and do this at the same time is not easy. So I'm not going to look into the viewfinder. I'm just going to go with it. Do not, if you're young, ask your mom or dad or brother or sister or grandparents or whoever's with you for a little bit of help doing this. Because if you're following what I'm doing, you will chop your finger off. And if you are an adult and you feel you may lose a finger or of some sort doing this, ask somebody else to do it for you. Never cut like this, cut like this. So this way you're pushing the knife against your knuckle. Don't cut your knuckle off. And you're not cutting off the tips of your fingers. You don't want to lose the tip of a finger. Not at all. Wow, that's really, really nice. Look at that. Look at the way it like broke up. Let's chop it some more. Oh, yeah. This one's nice and fresh, too, so it's not like too crumbly. I like this. What you want in a bubble bar, though, is that you want something that is nice and crumbly. You don't want something that's doughy. If it's doughy, it's not going to disperse properly in the tub, and you're going to have chunks like this at the bottom of your bathtub that you will be able to re-scoop and basically use them again. But they won't make much bubble anymore once they've already been through the motions. Okay, so here we have Bubble Rune number 1, and here's his butt. Let's do his butt. Just going to give him a nice quick chop in. I love that they have luster. They smell great. They look great. They're amazing. Green Bubbleroon is my, I guess you could say, like, kind of like, love. I love me some Green Bubbleroon. God, I can't do an Irish accent, a Scottish accent, an English accent. Just can't do accents. And right now I don't feel very well, but I have to do a nice bath. Lost a little bit of it. See, it's so nice and crumbly, it's just breaking apart. And if you're gonna, like, cocktail it in with a bunch of shit, your best bet is to make it as small as possible so it kind of all melts the same way, you know? And all kind of works. Don't ever do that. Never, please don't do anything I do. Because I don't want to be responsible for somebody losing a phalange. You need all of them. You may not think you do because you got 10 and they are expendable. They don't grow back, I swear. Alright, so there you go. That was our Green Bubbleroon, all set and finished. We'll just put his little bath melty portion of it on top of him. And he will melt down rather fast. And we'll stick our flower in there. We're going to move on to our ginger bath melt. Now, the ginger bath melt is extremely glittery. Just watch. Look at that. Covered. This is not a spicy type ginger. It does not smell like a ginger snap. Nothing like that. It smells like laundry detergent. Alright, I'm actually going to do something kind of weird. I'm going to roll it in a little bit of bath bomb powder just so that way I can touch it. Because it's melting in my hands. Sometimes that helps if you just roll it in a little bit of powder. Ooh. So here's the inside of it. Just regular yellowy orange. No glitter on the inside, just the outside, because it was rolled in it like a truffle. Ooh. Ooh. It's just making a mess now. Oh, it's so messy. Gross. Okay, so that's it. It's so messy. I don't want to keep doing it. It's gross. Ew. Alright, wipe the knife off. Oh, wait. Look at that. There's a piece of my freaking hair. That's disgusting. Yes, people, it's my hair. Don't worry. But there it is. Look how, like... Oh, my God. It's so... Look at that. It's so messy. That's kind of gross. My hair was in it, but... It was on my hand. What was I going to do? I just had to push my hair back. Alright. Now, moving along to wipe my hands off. Okay. Which this stuff is not coming off. God, it's just getting worse. It's getting worse. It's just going more all over. Let's move to the jelly! Jelly, 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 jelly. You ever see, the Trolls? I don't remember what the hell they were called, but it's a troll movie, and the guy runs around and goes, jelly, 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 jelly. There you go. I forget what the hell the name of the movie was. I'm gonna go ahead and dump them here. And then we'll chop them up and put them back into here. Then we will find Bob, who has been kidnapped again. Oh, I see Bob. Bob's over there. We will have to go rinse Bob out, and then we'll use Bob. If you get a jelly, get a pair of scissors. It's really cool. Don't fear the jelly. Jellies are awesome. But you kind of have to cut jellies small, so that way they all melt together, and you're not just left with jelly at the bottom, and you can't melt it down. And then you have a burning hot bathtub that is very uncomfortable to sit in. But in here I have Jungle. I have 93,000 miles for a little bit of kick, because 93,000 miles... Jungle's very earthy. 93,000 miles has a little bit of kind of like a cinnamon-esque kick to it. Very good for anybody who has sore muscles, anybody who doesn't feel well. Just works out wonderful. Really love the 93,000 miles. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And it is a regular mainline item. It's not a kitchen item. You can get it all the time. So if you are a runner, or if you work out and you're a little sore... You can use a little bit into your bath and make your bubbles, and it'll actually leave you tingly and soften up, like, you know, this as well as the skin as, like, the muscle. And it actually feels good. They obviously can't say there's any kind of medical properties or anything like that in it, because, you know, you would have to have a medical degree to say that, and have your, you know, be a doctor or, you know, some shit to that effect. Pretty much... It is good for the sore muscle and for the soreness or tension of the body. It releases, and it just works well. It's like people who use natural essential oils to do stuff. Yeah, pretty much along the same line. Here we have the Refresher. The Refresher has some bath bomb dust on it. Okay. Also a line item, very lemony. You're talking like lemon drop lemony. Regular line item, really, really nice. Nice and sweet and bright and citrusy. It's like crushing up a whole mess of lemon drop candies. You know, the ones that have the powder on them. And taking a bath in it. Really nice, really lemony. Nice and fresh. Great to use in the morning after you've kind of like been down and groggy. And if you've slept way too long and like can't get your ass out of bed, go for the Refresher Shower Jelly, sorry. It will give you a kick, wake you up. And it kind of makes you feel good. You know, just to have that nice bright bit of lemon. Kind of looks like lemon zest. It is a nice pick-me-up, a nice wake-up. Ugh, the only thing I hate about doing this is all this crap on my fingers. Very hard to get off. Okay, we also have the Happy Blooming, which was just released in the kitchen. It is a cherryish type smell. Happy Blooming is one of my favorite. So I only have one chunk of it in here because it's my last jar. I didn't get any from the kitchen this time because I thought I had 2 jars, but I didn't. I only have the 1. I should have bought more. I'm actually debating on selling some of my jellies off. 1, because I need more money for wax supplies, and 2, because I don't think I'm going to get through all of them before their expiration date, and I kind of feel bad for purchasing more than what I would get through. But I mean, I only have 2 Twilights left, and the one I got for a giveaway, when I won the giveaway, I have that in the bathtub already chopped up, so that one wouldn't be able to go up. But I have 2 Twilights left, and they do last forever. This is Avo Bath Shower Jelly. It is lime and lemony, citrusy. Almost reminds me of Fruit Loops. Like the Fruit Loop lime fragrance. It's that good. It's sweet. Very sweet smelling. So I was debating selling off one of my Twilights. I have sold one previously. It kind of was like almost like an auction, man. People were fighting and fighting and fighting over it. And then one lady was like, 35 bucks. And I was like, look, that's it. I don't want to go any higher on that. It doesn't seem right. You know, but Twilight is such a rare item. The Twilight Shower Jelly. And it was only made once. So everybody is like sought after. And it really is a very rare, beautiful item. But I don't think... Wow, I think 30 is suffice. You know, obviously, and then somebody pays their own shipping. Which, if you use a flat rate bubble envelope and really tape it up nice, since it's not like a breakable bath bomb or nothing like that, that's only like $7.20 in shipping. That's not bad. But I was debating doing a little de-stash and selling some of my jellies off. I have a lot of American Pies, which I didn't really like the scent too much. I have American Pies, I have another unchopped up like Bada Bing, I have a Joy of Jelly, which I believe I already know one person who might want the Joy of Jelly. Of course I wouldn't sell those for like 30 bucks, you know, but the kitchen items are, you know, a little more. They go for a little more because they're only released every once in a blue. You know, they're not like always, you can't always pick them up. But I was debating it. I don't know. I may or I may not. What would you guys think? Do you guys think it would be wise for me to sell off a couple of my jellies that I may not get to? My Twilights, I kind of don't want to sell them off, but I feel kind of like piggish that I'm keeping them. You know? Like, I kind of feel like maybe I should share it off because Lush Kitchen never made them again. I don't know why, man. Damn it, Lush, make more. They were so good. I don't know why they're holding back and not making any more. That should be a line item. Maybe it's just very expensive to make. I don't know. I kind of feel like, you know, I've given so many away in giveaway. I bought like 10 of them. And I gave away 4 in giveaways and stuff like that. 3 to 4, I believe, got given away. And I sold 1. And then the rest, I've just been going through them and using them. And I feel like with the ones I have left, I may not get to all of them. And I feel kind of like, you know, this is the Bada Bing one. Bada Bing is, it's a weird scent. It's not my favorite. It's got to be blended most definitely with something else. It's just a weird kind of florally, semi-sweet scent. When I first got it, it smelled like dirty, old, sweaty Italian guy. You know, like the old Goomba Italians that sit outside the cafes in Brooklyn and drink their coffee and smoke their cigars and bitch at you, and then they lift their arm to wave to you and they stink. That's what it smelled like. Now it smells better, obviously, because it sat for a little while. When I first got it, it was gross. Now it smells better, though. It's nice. It's kind of florally perfumey. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a florally nice kick to it. I would purchase this again just to have this. because it is a nice mixed smell to mix it in with stuff. So I would go ahead and purchase it again, but I do have one of these that's unopened. I've never used it or nothing like that, and I may sell it. I think, like, I don't know, I guess 15 bucks for these ones might be good, because then it kind of covers, like, what I paid in the shipping and then what I paid for it. Maybe 15 bucks would be fair, right? I mean, if you go on eBay, all these jellies and shit, they're all going for $20, $25. Oh my god, I saw the Twilight up there for $48. Whoa, that was way too much. But it's just like, you know, this is the beautiful Country Market Crafts one. Look how glittery it is. There is like so much luster in this bad boy. And it shows up in your tub too. It's so pretty. I really, really, really love the smell of her mermaid. Her mermaid fragrance is so good. Oh, Country Market Crafts had a facelift. Not the person, obviously. All the products, they have like a cool new look to them. You'll see. You could definitely go check her out. I have her listed down below. She is definitely one of my lists. I do love her products. I actually spoke to her the very first time that I ordered from her. Just asked a few questions, things like that. And it was my very first, like, run with Etsy. So I was kind of afraid. I didn't know what Etsy was, and I thought I was going to get, like, ripped off or something. She was so kind, so sweet. I mean, you know, we did talk about, like, personal stuff and everything when it came down to cancer and things like that. And I found out that the whole reason she started with the natural products and things like that was due to she had cancer. So I was like, oh my god, really? That's how come I'm going into the natural type product and things like that, you know? And then it turned into a YouTube channel. You know, once I found out how much money I could save and how good these products really were, I put it out on YouTube for everybody to see it. So it was around the time that I was doing like chemo and everything when I had first ordered from her. And I was like, woohoo, you know, I found somebody else who just like me. You know, I was told so many things of the reasons of why I could have contracted it, you know, how my body could have created the cancer and the whole nine, and I just got scared and terrified of everything. And I did not want to die, so I tried to do everything right. I went the medical route, the holistic route, I went every route you can think of, and I'm still alive today, so, you know, I was definitely blessed. And then I had Boogie. Alright guys, we are ready. Let's go ahead and shove it in the tub. Once again, since this went so long, I think we're going to have to do a two-parter, fellas. So let me upload this half, and then when I come back, we will go ahead and start doing the bath portion. I'm just going to dump everybody into Bob, except for the bombs, and we're going to go at it. Love you guys. Stay tuned for part 2 of Science Sunday.